Shirdo.com here with the newly crowned Strikeforce light heavyweight champion Gegard Mousasi. A couple weeks removed from your win over Babalu Sobral. Let's just go back and relive that for a moment. You took out a savvy veteran in mixed martial arts in the very first round. Looking back, have you been able to watch that fight and evaluate your performance?
Yeah, I watched it a lot. And basically the fight went, it ended too quickly, so there wasn't much he could offer. So maybe if the fight have gone a little bit longer, I would have a more difficult fight, but luckily for me it ended very quickly, and it was a good performance for me for my US debut, so I'm very happy about that.
Talk about that fighting in the US. You've been here. We're in Kansas City tonight for M1. Have more people come up to you? I mean, do you feel your celebrity rising here in North America?
I got recognized 2-3 times maybe, but when you go to like the venues where people do MMA or you go to a gym, of course they recognize me more there, but the media-wise I got a lot of attention before the fight and after the fight, so that's great. And I think I need a lot more fights before people will recognize me.
You're a fighter, you're not a marketer, but marketability of a fighter is a big thing in this game. You're an English-speaking fighter. English isn't your first language, but you have it down very well. How marketable do you see yourself being to the average American mixed martial arts fan?
I don't know. I can speak English. That's a plus. I think if I was an American fighter, I would have been ranked much higher in the rating. Not that I'm negative about it or something. But sometimes I feel like when you're an American fighter, you get paid more, you get more attention, you are ranked much higher, and you get more attention. But that's normal, of course. So that's something more difficult for me because I'm from Holland. It's not that interesting for the U.S. fans. I don't know, for the U.S. market, if you look at it at the marketing way. Was it good? I don't know.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about pay. You brought up pay for a moment.
Yeah.
We asked you in a radio interview a couple weeks ago if you were going to get paid more than the California State Athletic Commission revealed in their purses. You said no. You said that was it. There were no bonuses.
Oh.
Do you really expect us to believe you only got $2,000?
But back then when I said it, I didn't knew that it was going to be that figure. But that's something that I cannot talk about.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
But I didn't know it before when you asked me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that figure would come up.
Let's talk about your other engagements. Obviously, you are now the Strikeforce light heavyweight title. Strikeforce has had a problem with crowning champions and not, getting them to defend their belt for, much later down the road. You are on deck to fight in the Super Hulk tournament. You already did that. The second round's coming up. What do you know about your opponent? I mean, is it Sokaju? Is it Hongman Choi? I mean, who will you be fighting in the next round? Do you know yet?
I will probably know it today, tomorrow. My manager is negotiating, and there are some things that has to happen. So we're waiting. Today or tomorrow I will know. Is dat goed uit, Jess?
Let's talk about your focus. Obviously, that's next for you, so I'm sure you're focused on fighting back in Japan. But when do you want to get back to Strikeforce? I mentioned they had issues with their champions defending their belts. Is that something you want to do sooner than later?
Maybe after the fight. There's an event the next month. I would love to fight, but I don't know if it's possible. And I think people have to give Strikeforce a little bit time with building the champions, building top contenders. It just needs time because UFC has been for a very long time. I think Strikeforce has everything to be a one of the best organizations, and they have the TV, and they have always put on good shows about the matchmaking. The last previous fight also with Brett Roger, Orlovsky, and Robbie Lawler, Jake Shield. So they always have put on good shows, and it just need time. And I think they will become contenders in the next shows, and there will other fighters come to Strikeforce. So it just need time.
We've seen you at middleweight. We've seen you at light heavyweight. You're the champion there at Strikeforce. Fighting over in Japan, probably weighing a little bit more than 205 pounds for the Super Hulk stuff. Where do you think you're best at? What weight are you best at?
For right now, I'm best at 205. In the future, I will go up to heavyweight. It's something that I want to do, and but right now 205 is the best division for me. I feel fast, explosive, strength, everything is good at 205 now. So I will keep at 205. I want to see, let's see if I do well in 205, and then we'll see if I can go up to heavyweight, because step by step, I'm not rushing anything.
Let's talk about your contracts right now with Strikeforce and FEG. Do you know what the duration is on those? I mean, how many fights do you owe to FEG? How many fights do you owe Strikeforce?
2 fights with Strikeforce and 2 fights with you.
You're going to be in the upcoming EA Sports video game. A lot of controversy about that regarding Dana White and the UFC stance on fighters that are actively willing to go and sign with EA and be in that game. You did so. I don't want to look too far in the future and say, someday you'll be in the UFC, but, right now Strikeforce and FEG are your homes, but did that cross your mind at all when you signed on the dotted line with EA?
I didn't think about, I didn't even know that Dana White had said that people would go on the blacklist. I heard it later, but I think even if I knew, I would have signed it. I think I'm working on my future, and my manager is doing their best to brand me or to get me the best deals. And at that moment, that was the best deal, and I'm very happy with the EA games. They really treated me very well, and I'm just happy to be in a game. I never expected in my life that I would be in a video game, so that's funny, and that's something that I'm proud of.
There were rumors that the UFC made an offer to you to come fight in their promotion. Do you know of any such offer?
No, there was never been an offer. They were never negotiating about me going to UFC, but when what I understood is that no, there was never been an offer. Let's keep it that way. But that's the truth. There was never been an offer to me to fight in the UFC. Yeah, let's keep it with that.
We'll stick with that. Gegard, I appreciate it. Is there anything you want to say? I mean, most of our, viewers watching this are American fans. Maybe some American fans saw you for the first time. What can you tell the American fans to expect from Gegard Mousasi?
I don't know. With every fight you win, there's more pressure, there's more expectation. So I'm just hoping that I will do good and people enjoy the fights. I hope to give good fights. That's it, yeah.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Gegard.
Thank you.